All right, this is where we left off last time, and we have these issues, but look at the blue underline. We don't like that, and I'm not really crazy about the black color either. So let's go ahead and go back in and fix some of the styles. One of the things we wanted to do is after the list item, we want to go ahead and style the anchor tag. So I'm going to say nav li anchor. So that's the anchor inside that. All right, and what we want to do is text decoration none. And that's what that's going to do, is take away the underline. And then the color, we'll make that black. And let's change the cursor too. Cursor. And we could do a lot of different kinds. Let's make it a pointer. All right, let's see what we've done. Let's do file and save. And let's go back. Actually, I won't change mine. That's a pointer. All right, and then we'll refresh. All right, so that it made that top part a little bit more attractive. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do was let's go back and change that hover. I hate black. I know it's contrast, but let's make it a gray instead. All right, so let's go ahead and file save and refresh. All right, well, that wasn't right. That's the wrong gray. All right, we want this to be black. And we want this to be gray, that black background. Okay, so this when we hover, we want it to turn gray. Let's do file and save. And then let's refresh. All right, black again. You can see now it looks a little bit better that way. All right, so let's go back and see what else we can change. Okay, well, so when we hovered over it, you can see that one of them turned white and this one, and the rest of them stayed black. And that's because it's the LI tag, not the A tag that we are doing. So let's go back and let's change another property. On this one, we're going to say nav ul li a hover. All right, and then we're going to use braces. Let's see, let's delete this and put a brace on there. All right, and for this one, we're just going to do color and white. Now they'll all be the same color. We'll do file and save. And then refresh. Okay, so you can see now they're all going to be gray and white. I like that a lot better than before. All right, let's go back and change some more then. Okay, next thing we're going to do is format the submenu. So the element is nav ul li, and then inside that li is another ul. That's the submenu that we used. All right, so the first what we're going to do is we're going to take the padding and we're going to make it 0. And that should make everything nice and tight. So we'll do file and save, and then refresh. All right, so that tightened up just a little bit. All right, let's go back and we're going to do position absolute. Okay, if you remember, up here we did position relative, and that's because we wanted that to be a relative position so that we can absolute position this element down here. Let's do file and save and see what it does. Okay, and I'll refresh. Well, okay, so you can see what it did is it moved this down away from there, but it's not quite where we want it to be. This first one is shoved up there. You can't even see it. Since it's absolutely positioned underneath these elements here, as if they don't, as if this doesn't even exist. It's like in a different plane. All right, so let's go back and take a look. What else are we gonna do? Okay, so let's move it down. Let's do top, and we'll make that 48 pixels. All right, file and save. And let's see what that does. All right, so now beginning, we can finally see beginning again. It's moved it down from underneath contacts. So then we gotta move it over though. So let's go back. And I'm gonna move this up a little bit. All right, so after doing the top, we're gonna make it left 0. It's not O's, 0. Let's do file and save. And let's go back and refresh. Nice. So now what this done is now it's moved this over to here where we actually want to be located. Great. All right, so on this one, what we'll do is remove the box shadow. So we'll say box shadow. And for this one, we're going to have none. All right, now what we need to do is we need to get rid of it. So let's do display none, because we don't want that thing sitting there all the time. So let's do file and save. Let's go back and refresh. And now it's gone. So it's completely disappeared. All right, we have a couple more things we want to do for that. We're going to change the opacity of it. And we're going to make the opacity 0, so it can't be seen. And the visibility is going to be hidden. All right, so now we really have, if we do file and save, it is completely gone. All right, so this is if we don't even have it anymore, that we can't see any inkling of that being there. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're also going to use the hover to make that thing come back again. So we're going to use, again, the transition property. And we're going to say opacity 0 to, so very slow, very quickly, it's going to fade in when we mouse over. And that's what that will do. It's not going to do anything, and that's the transition within the element. Then the hover is where we go ahead and call this. All right, do we have enough time? No, we do not. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end right here.